Hey everyone, in this video I am going to show you how to set up Visual Studio Code VS Code for Python development. This is the editor we will use for writing all Python code in this video series. So VS Code is a lightweight, fast and powerful editor that works on Mac, Windows and Linux, and it has excellent Python support. So let's proceed with the first step. Step 1 is to install the Visual Studio Code. I have already installed it. If you haven't installed VS Code yet, go to code.visualstudio.com/download. Choose the version that is appropriate, the version that is suitable for your operating system, whether it is Mac or OS. Windows is your OS, and install it like any other normal app. So VS Code is completely free and works great for Python development. So now that you have installed VS Code, the step 2 is to open the VS Code and install the Python extension. Once VS Code is open, click the Extensions tab on the left hand side, and then you simply search for Python. So you see the Python mini filter search results appear here, and you click this one, the Python from Microsoft. So it says Python extension for Visual Studio Code. So simply click install and you can see what features it has. So we will look into that in a minute. So just click install and it is as simple as that. So you see the progress bar here. This extension gives you syntax highlighting, autocomplete and IntelliSense, debugging tools, test support and more for Python development, all in one place. So it's very essential extension. So now that we have installed it, you can see it has been successfully installed. So VS Code now needs to know which Python version to use. So simply open any Python sample Python test or any Python file .py extension, as you can see here. Just open it in VS Code and then look at the bottom right corner, and you should see a Python version, and here I see the 3.14.2, and click on it. So you simply click on it and you can see here, if you don't see it, open the command palette, which is Control Shift P on Windows and Shift Command P on Mac, and then type select interpreter, which is if you have many interpreters, you can choose the interpreter you installed earlier, usually the latest Python 3, but now we have only one version, so it shows 3.14.2. so this is the default Python to run. So VS Code will be using this Python to run, and we are all set. And it shows other things here which we can ignore it for now, but we can see that we have the Python installed before, so it detected successfully the version that we have in the machine. And the next step is to create and run the first Python script. So now let's take a look at this simple script that I have here. So if you don't have it, you can simply go to File and then say the menu, and then say click on the new file, and you can create your new file, and then just copy paste this code, which I will leave it in my GitHub repo, and save it with any name, for example hello.py. and you can run this script in several ways. Click the Run Python File play icon on the top right. So you see the play button here, and you see all the drop downs, but the default is run. So if you just click the run, it will open a. You can also run in other ways, like right-clicking on this file and then run Python in the terminal, or you can run the selected line only, not the entire script. Suppose you want to run this one line, you can right-click on that and then run it. So that's one way, or another way is to click enters the shift enter key to send the line to the terminal. So you can select a line and then click this shift enter key, and this will execute the particular line that you have selected or a section of the code. So let's see what happens when we click the run. Yeah, we will see it in a minute. So you can see here the terminal has been opened here, and Python the code has been VS Code tried to execute this Python code, and that's it. So you have integrated everything. So you have the Python test, the script or file, and it is all ready to run. So the next step is we have to look at the VS Code features that you will use often. Here are the few useful features that you will use as a Python developer. So we have this integrated terminal, so you can run this command and script directly into the VS Code. So we have this terminal here, as you can see, and you can type any code. For example, I select this line of code. Yes, I selected this line, last line, which is a simple print statement, and let's see what happens. So there you go, it prints the exact string that we passed to this print method. So here we go, we have this integrated terminal right here, so we don't need to go to the regular command prompt or the Mac terminal window to execute our command. So this integrated terminal is very helpful to run the Python commands and script directly inside the VS Code. And the next important feature in VS Code that you will use often is the debugging. You can set breakpoints, as you can see here. Click on any line and then you set a breakpoint there and inspect the variable. Suppose you keep a breakpoint here, or you can keep it here. So when the code runs up to this point, you can check what is the value stored in the variable here, the name, for example. So you can start debugging with pressing the key F5 key once a config is created. So if you press the F5 key, it will open the Python debugger. So you can Python debug the currently active Python file. So it will say to customize the launch, you can customize the launch.json. So which we will see in the later videos, these advanced things. But right now you can see here the code has run up to this point, and we can see it is asking what is our name, and you can say an example name, and then you can see all the variables here. I entered the name as John, and you can see the variable name has the John stored here. So you can watch these variables, and you can also watch a particular variable if you want to watch only certain things in this watch section, or you can go to the variables where it will show you all the local variables in your current file and all the global variables. So that is a very useful feature. And the next important feature that you will use frequently is the IntelliSense and autocomplete. So what does that means is this Python extension that we installed helps us to write code faster and with fewer errors. So let's say I already have this suggestion here, but let's say I type the command print. So it auto-completes, as you can see the here. So it's very easy, and you don't need to worry about any typos or anything else, which is a waste of time, which if you find it later when you run the program. So this IntelliSense catches everything and shows you the right command. It completes for you, so it saves time. So for example, if you want to use the input or any other thing, so this is one of the important things that helps you write code faster and with fewer errors. And the next one is the test support, which we will see in the later videos. I will show you how to connect the pytest and run test inside VS Code. And One bonus tip I want to give you is the linting and formatting. Once you are comfortable with writing scripts in Python, you can enable linting. Linting is to catch the style and error warnings. So you might have a misaligned style. So linting, when you run that linting, it will catch all those style issues and errors and warnings. And another useful thing you can enable is the formatting. Formatting to auto format your code when you save. Suppose you have code that has incorrect alignment, and when you want to save this file, the formatting will automatically format your code on save. So you can configure those things in the command palette or in the VS Code's settings panel. And another note is the Windows versus Mac. The Mac and Linux may use Python 3, as I said in the previous video, but Windows usually uses Python. So, but you don't need to worry. VS Code, you will use whatever interpreter you selected. So this is completely fine and it is expected. So now we have installed the VS Code and we installed the extension, the Python extension, and then we selected the correct interpreter, which we have only one in the machine, so it's easy. So we selected the 3.14.2, which is the only interpreter we have, and then we ran the first script. We debugged the first script and we ran this particular thing in the command integrated terminal here. So this is a great job. So in the next video we will start writing Python basics like variables and data types, which is essential for automation and QA scripting. So if you found this video helpful, like the video, subscribe, and comment below with any questions. Thanks for watching.